working so hard on her quads at the gym. An hour later, Katie pulls the car over and lets her friends know that she is lost. By the end of the day, none of the friends have achieved their goal. What if the three friends approach their day out differently? Katie, Sam and Sue get together to chat about what they would like to do. They decide on a common outcome for the day, plan what each will need to do to get ready, and what the group will do together to make sure the day out is a big success. As the weeks go past, the group talks often to make sure everyone is moving towards being able to participate in the day trip. Katie gets used to using contact lenses, while Sam buys a new wetsuit, and Sue speaks about working on her swimming skills. The group also plans what they will need to take, book the surf school, and organise how they will get to the beach. On the nominated day, the three friends meet, pile into the car, and set off. They reach the beach in time for their lesson and have a terrific day together. Backward design is like the second scenario. Teachers start unit planning with the end in mind. They consider the outcomes of a unit of work before mapping out how each individual student, and therefore the entire class, will get there. This way, the learning and teaching in the classroom gives every student the opportunity of reaching the final destination.
So if you could open up a new tab, if you wouldn't mind, go and open up a new tab somewhere and type in for your Kahoot, please. Kahoot it. So how many people have played Kahoot before, been on Kahoot before? All right, so when you log in, I'm going to give you a passcode, and then once you log into yours, you can, if you want to use your first name, as your person, that's fine, or nickname or something school appropriate would be great.
You're going to go to Kahoot it, and then he'll launch it.
I'll launch it in a second.
You should be there and just wait for the game pin.
Yeah. All right, so when you get your game pin, you can type in your game pin. And if somehow it knocks you out or whatever, you can always get back in. So it's 775. I'll shut the music down because it's annoying after a while. 775-582. We have 12 people, 13 possibly. And just put your first name, and when we get 13 people in, then we can start. Answer some questions about backwards design from the possible video that you just watched, which is a great example of backward design, curriculum design. We're at 9. It's always fun to watch the last couple people come in. Minnie Mouse, that's great. And I think we have one more.
I'm that guy that staff that needs help with this.
All right.
Get her Kahoot it.
Don't be afraid to answer the questions. It's all point oriented, so it's just kind of fun. So it'll also help you learn the different designs, curriculum.
Is this
design.
free too?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep.
I think we're sure it's free.
I know that's where we want that right now.
The number's still up on the board. Seems like in my classroom too, every couple days a week, it seems like we have to wait for one or two. So depends on how the Chromebooks are logging in for the day. It's okay. So that should be 13 should be coming in. All right, there you go. Excellent. All right, we'll go Paul.
I did it.
All right, so first question. There's 6 questions. Backward design. You just click on the button that you need. It says the daily teacher focus is on.
Go.
Click on any one of the answers that you feel is appropriate. The music kind of gets you after a while, but it's kind of fun.
You're down to 19 seconds.
Yeah, it's all. I time everything.
My focus is on 50 degrees right now.
Yeah. I figured that would get everybody started.
I didn't know that was gonna come.
Okay, that was
All right. So obviously, daily focus for teachers on student learning. Obviously, some of those other things that we have our daily teaching curriculum are just part of the student learning. But 50 degrees, yeah, some of you must have clicked on 50 degrees, which is totally fine. So, but the main focus of the curriculum design, backward design, is student learning. All right. So this is kind of fun.
It's now 61.
The highest you can get is 1,000 points. And 1,000 points is a quick one. It's just kind of fun, so we'll kind of work through it. Hey, Paul, by the way, Paul logged in last, but he's in 4th place. Here we go, Paul. Identify a stage of backward design curriculum design. This is a trick question. The rest of them are trick questions. So, just to give you a heads up.
Go with your gut.
Gut feeling, yeah.
Can you get more points if you
Answer first, you get more
As your
points.
first, you get more points. Okay, so in this case, every one of the answers are correct. So you're going to identify desired results, determine acceptable evidence, planning, learning, experience, instruction, powerful task analysis. So all 4 of these are major parts of backward design.
You're all winners.
Yes, you're all winners. But what we're going to see is ahead. Paul! Wow, look at that. All right, excellent. Here we go. And of course, in my math class, we always try to figure out how many points you're behind or ahead, so it's kind of nice. What happens in stage 1? Stage 1. Trick question again. Not the hint. The quicker you type in, the more points you get. All right, so once again, like I said, it's a trick question. Stage 1, we consider goals, review curriculum expectations, examine established content standards, make content area choices due to time.
And now in 2nd place, 67 points.
All right, we'll find out who's where. Paul's still kicking butt. All right.
Take a name.
Yep. All right. What happens in stage 2 backwards design? Not a trick question again.
Come on. Make those answers. Now we win. I want the most.
Clicker record.
Same.
Do the points go backwards if they click the wrong ones?
No.
No, they stay where they are.
where they are. And they can tell where they're at or how many points are behind somebody, so it's kind of interesting.
It does tell you. It says
Yeah, it does tell you.
67 points.
Oh,
So once again, like I said, trick question again, stage 2, collect assessment evidence. Validate design learning has been achieved if students attend the desired understandings. I like the bottom left hand. When I go to my PLC meetings, I really think about, think like an assessor. That's really key because we do a lot of, our whole building-wise or math-wise is all common assessments, and we start out with our summative assessments first. Okay, another trick question. All right, so where are we at? Ooh, JTY took a lead. Clicked on fast. Stage 3 of backward design includes. Trick question.
Whoa.
Wow, look at these people.
Everyone's so fast.
Everyone's so
It
fast.
says trigger happy or true genius. Yeah.
Entertaining. And if the last person doesn't go cook it, timed out. There you go. So, of course, stage 3 is all, once again, planned learning experiences, instruction, appropriate instructional activities, sequence of lessons that we do, resource materials that we need. So all those things are noted in the documents created from backward design. Uh-oh. Let me see. Up 55 points. Here we go. 65, the math teacher. Here we go. And the last question. The final stage of backward design is?
This is not a trick question.
This one's not a trick question. Could be. Can't give you a
Might be
hint on this
trigger
one.
happy.
Yep. That's what happens. Students get trigger happy, so and they go, oh shoot. Once again, the biggest one on here, I believe, is analysis. Be able to sit back with your PLC teams and analyze your assessments or what learning strategies you have done. And the bottom line is the first one, is what we want students to do, what do we want, how we want them to learn. Analyze, review effective teaching strategies, agreement on needed evidence of learning, evidence of meeting complex standards. So we can kind of see at the end that do your scores at the end, and it will tell you how many questions you got right, so it's actually kind of really cool activity for the students. How I use this in class is I have them write down how many questions they had right. And then I'll walk around and I'll record how many they had right out of it, because it doesn't show you this on this type. It's not a Go formative type activity. It's just it's a Kahoot, it's fun, it's entertaining. Sometimes I'll do the thumbs up. The thing at the end that's really kind of neat is that you can rate it. So you can click on it, come up on your screen, and it's going to rate things for you. So you're learning, your recommend, feelings, so it's kind of neat. Would somebody click on a couple of those ones, then it shows the graphs and makes the faces bigger, somebody, so. All right. Yep. And then I can just, then I can just zap you off anytime. So.
You can zap us off.
I can anytime, yep. I did download an article on our discussion 3 page. It is probably one of the better articles I've found in a long time on backward design, is that it just says, why is backward the best? I downloaded it for you. It's a quick read, it's a couple 3 pages. It just gives you kind of the same things that we talked over here.
And it's on the Google Plus,
Yeah.
in case anybody's
Yep.
interested.
We linked it there also.
Oh, sorry. Number one, looking at backward design, there's 3 stages. The first one, you want to identify the desired results. Number 2, determine the acceptable evidence. And number 3, plan learning experiences and instruction. This is the template for backwards design. We will give you a resource later so that you can look at it closer. We always start with the desired results at the top. What do you want to happen? What do you want to accomplish? You look at the understandings that you want your students to have. What questions, the essential question, that a lot of times even it'll say, you can use an I can statement up there. That'll be the next one. I can is what students will know, the students will be able to do, and then what evidence you are going to be using for their assessment. And then down below is your learning plan. Here are the resources. It's J. McTighe and Associates. I don't know if you can scroll down. If you look down here, these are the templates that I use, and they're just very easy to save, and he has a lot of information to share with you on this website.
So when you're planning out your instruction, like we just looked at the template, if you've unpacked your standards, you can fill in a lot of those targets that you want to hit with your kids. The knowledge, the reasoning, the performance, and the product targets become the way that you kind of construct your instruction. Those are the experiences that you want kids to have so that they can achieve the essential learning outcome, which is the end in mind. And now we're going to talk a little bit about the Universal Design for Learning, or UDL, another way that teachers can use to kind of create the multiple experiences to kind of encompass and reinforce the learning that's happening in the classroom for all students, okay?
And really, instructional design is a way to design your classroom. I know in the last presentation you were talking about the key understandings and what you want your kids to be able to do the performance tasks and giving them choices. That's what instructional design is. It's instead of differentiating and being responsive to the kids in your class, it's preventative. You know you're going to have kids with different ethnicities. You know you're going to have different learners in your room. You know you're going to have diversity. You know that. You don't know who it is, but you know it. So you design your lessons with that in mind, rather than waiting for them all to come, finding their lexile, and then differentiating that way. It's preventative versus responsive, and it's open for all students. Just like in the video, just like talking about the kids in the margins and that a little bit. But it's like a blueprint for planning. We have a quick little video.
This teacher needs to meet a curriculum goal, and she's got a very diverse group of students. And so does this teacher. And this one.